안녕하세요, kimincoree by Kimi입니다. Hi, this is Kimi Park from kimincoree, and today it's been 1 year that I've been on YouTube. I had published my first video in May 2022, and we are now in May 2023. It's been quite a journey, and in today's video, I wanted to share with you why I got started, how I started, what I learned in the process, and what are my future plans for my channel. I had been thinking of opening a YouTube channel for a while, but I didn't know how to start. I just thought it would be so awkward to speak to a camera, which it is, to be honest. And generally speaking, I was like, oh, why would people even want to watch what I'm producing? But at the same time, I did wanted to share my Korean journey, from how I'm learning Korean, why I'm learning Korean, which is, talking about my Korean roots and my mother who was adopted, and how I found my family back in Korea and how it totally changed my life. I also wanted to share Korean culture because a lot of the content that I was consuming on YouTube was other people talking about their Korean journey and interviews of other adoptees, their story and their journey. And I thought, okay, what about bringing my stone to the building? That's a French expression, like apporter sa pierre à l'édifice. Bring your stone to the construction of a building. Do you have an equivalent in English? I'm not sure. 아무튼. And my first video was the application video for the K-Influencer Academy.
And this is my application for the K-Influencer Academy 2022.
The K-Influencer Academy is a program run by the South Korean government to help and provide structure for content creators on YouTube who specialize in promoting Korean culture. So I applied to the program and I diligently did every single mission across the 5 or 6 months of the Academy last year. And if you look at my YouTube channel, basically everything that I created was for the Academy, because I didn't have so much time to create more content besides talking a little bit about my Korean learning journey. The Academy provided the motivation to get started on YouTube, structure and accountability for me to produce content with consistency during the 5 or 6 months of the Academy. However, I moved to Korea in the middle of the Academy, and so it was really hard for me to keep up with the program, but I did until the end. But when it finished back in October, I sort of stopped creating content because I was starting to just go to Seoul University to enter a full-time Korean learning program. I've made video about the program at Seoul, so if you want to know more, check the link in the description box. And because of, my life here in Korea as being a full-time student as well as a language teacher and all of the other things I was doing on the side, I did not have so much time for content creation. But I'm getting back to it now. But I still had a solid 6 months where I was producing between 1 and 3 videos per month. Starting from knowing nothing at all to even arriving to this point, I've learned a lot. I have learned that YouTube is hard. It's hard to film yourself, to edit, to put yourself out there and see the response, or worst, lack thereof. Often at the beginning you don't really get any views, any comment, any like, any subscribers.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
And that's probably my biggest learning about this first year of YouTubing, which is that despite everything, despite YouTube Studio, despite the fact that people ask you how many subscribers do you have as soon as you say that you have a YouTube channel, you should not rely on metrics for your own satisfaction with your channel and your self-worth. Because when you're starting, nobody knows you and it's gonna take a while to get known, get people to watch your content, get better at speaking on camera, get better at editing, get better at scripting, get better at basically everything. There is a reason why filmmaking and being a journalist are jobs, like proper jobs. And when you're just a random person trying to film oneself in your house and edit it on your own computer, having not done it before, it's really tricky. And getting your content to be watched, it's tough. And I think that the way you should see it is that every video that you've produced is a learning opportunity, and you should only judge yourself by comparing the video that you're able to produce now to the ones that you did a few months back, thinking, okay, what can I do better in the next one? Also, with a few months of content creation, you can see what type of video resonates the best with your audience. So in my case, I can see that my videos about learning Korean have much better results than my vlogs, for example. It already gives me a general direction of what I'm better at and what are people most looking for in my content. The other thing I wanted to mention is that the result from starting a YouTube channel have not been the one I expected. And by result, I mean the good result. So when I launched my channel, I was like, okay, my goal for the next year is to be monetized. Being monetized on YouTube currently means having a minimum of 1,000 subscribers, which I don't have. I'm about 650 right now. And having 4,000 10,000 hours of watch time. So it means that your videos have been watched by people for 400 hours. And I'm also quite far from that right now. I also thought it'd be so cool to get partnerships, but of course, when you are such a small content creator, you don't get partnerships. Not yet. Right? But on the other hand, I also got fantastic results I would have never expected. So for example, I won the special prize at the K-Influencer Academy and was invited to spend a week in Korea along with the other winners, and we had a fantastic week doing loads of different activities, meeting the other creators. It was just such a beautiful experience and I'm ever so grateful for it, and I would have never thought it could happen when I started. My goal was just to use the academy to learn how to make content, to give me a schedule to stick to, and to join a community of content creator about Korea. But yeah, that absolutely surpassed my expectations. And also through my channel, I had the opportunity to connect online and then in some cases actually meet in real life some other Korean adoptees or relative of Korean adoptees, and also other content creators who are learning Korean and creating content about it. And these are people I would not have the chance to meet, you know, just like that in my daily life. So I'm really grateful and thrilled that just starting a YouTube channel opened up these doors to friendship and travel and experiences for me. That is, you know, truly amazing. And basically what I want to say is that when you start on YouTube, you keep worrying about, am I doing well? Am I a good content creator? How are my numbers? How to compete with all of the others out there? But at the end of the day, it's a lot less about performance and a lot more about human connections. On the technical side of things, I have learned that sound and light are the two most important things in creating videos. And this is much more important than the type of camera that you're using, for example. Because I started with my phone and nothing else.
Food. That was all I wanted, the food.
But I have one video which was filmed on a really big expensive camera that a friend lended to me, but the lighting is terrible and there is no mic, and so overall the video doesn't look like great quality even though the camera is so much better than a phone.
Augusty is representing himself as the king, so it makes a lot more sense in this type of royal palace setting.
And I also have another video where I forgot to plug in my mic, and so the sound is not really good.
But in Korea, of course, you want to bring back some K-beauty with you.
And overall, these are two videos where I wish I had paid more attention to the lighting and the sound. So the videos I've created so far are far from perfect, but every time I created one, I learned something new. Now I never forget to check if my mic is on. So what are my future plans for the channel? So right now the K-Influencer Academy 2023 is restarting, and if you want to know what changed from last year to this year, I have made a video about it, so you can check out the link in the description. And this year again, I will do my best to produce content for the academy. I also filmed a lot while I was living here in Korea but did not have time to edit. So in the second half of 2023, I intend to really work on putting out a lot more of all of that content that I've already filmed. These are videos about daily life in Korea, about studying in Korea, studying Korean, and also traveling around. I also have some interviews in preparation of other Korean adoptees or other international who are living here in Korea. And I really want to create more content about learning Korean, you know, more textbooks review, explaining the different learning technique I've learned at the different institute I've been at, giving some tips on learning Korean and how to practice it in real life. I would also like to start creating my own content to teach Korean using K-pop content. And I would like to start a book club, both for Korean books read in English that we can discuss in English, as well as me and my viewers as Korean learners reading Korean content. So yeah, these are my plans for 2023 onwards. Please look forward to my future content. Thank you so much for watching, and I see you in my next video. Bye!